everybody, welcome to this very special edition of All Things Thrift. I have a guest in our studio today, Sarah Kastner. You may recognize her from our Pleasantburg store. She is actually the manager there. Welcome to the show, Sarah.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Sarah has quite a story, and I really wanted her to come on here and share because her story connects the dots between Miracle Hill Ministries and our thrift stores. So, Sarah, to start out with, what was your first encounter with Miracle Hill?
My first encounter was September of 2008. I had spent a few days in the hospital due to my drug addiction and was really out of options, out of places to go, and therefore I ended up at Shepherd's Gate.
Okay. And where did that take you through the ministry?
I started there and spent a couple of months there and then entered into Renewal, the program for women they have. It's about a 6-month program for those struggling with life-dominating addictions.
Okay. And Shepherd's Gate is our homeless shelter for women and their children, and Renewal is, as she mentioned, the addiction recovery program that we have for women. I just have to ask, obviously circumstances led you to that point. How has your perspective changed from 2008 until now?
I think that I had created a very unhealthy lens from which I viewed life through.
Okay.
I lived from a very selfish and manipulative place, and today my perspective is much more rational, reasonable, healthy, and not so much living to satisfy my own desires.
So after you've experienced the healing and the process through the Renewal program, what led you to work with us in the thrift side of things?
I wasn't looking to work there. I really feel like God kind of orchestrated that move for me.
Okay.
And I saw that they were hiring and applied, and the rest is history, and it's become so much more than just a job for me, nothing that I thought it would be. And it's just a blessing to be able to pair ministry and retail together.
Okay, wow. So just to compare, what was a day in the life like at the Renewal Center, and then what's your day in the life now in the thrift stores?
At Renewal, your day would start very early, and you would do breakfast and chores and devotions with the ladies.
Okay.
There were often days filled with classes, just kind of getting to the heart of your issues. And then there was one-on-one counseling, which was very beneficial to me, learning a lot about why I made the decisions I did and where those things came from.
So when you think back to your previous lifestyle, what often comes to mind in contrast with your life now?
I think the biggest thing was just a heart change, and from that heart change came changed motives. My treatment of others changed, my treatment of myself changed, and I think more than that, I have a sincere desire to fulfill His purpose for me when before I really didn't acknowledge a future for myself or potential for myself.
Okay. I have to say, to see Sarah often throughout the day and just the way that she obviously has a heart and a passion for what she does in the thrift stores. And like I said, if you don't know her, come by the Pleasantburg store and just say hi. She is such a blessing to know. But just in closing, Sarah, what would your message be to someone struggling with addiction, man or woman?
I think really you don't have to live in that place. And you really have to be willing to set aside what you think you want for what you really need. It's a tough journey, but it's a beautiful reward. So if you're willing to be open-minded and teachable, I think that that's the first step to change.
Okay, that's beautiful. And also then, what would your message be to our shoppers and our donors at the thrift stores?
I would just have to say thank you. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude by what our shoppers and donors are able to do. I was someone that was in a very needy place, and due to the generosity of our shoppers and our donors, I'm now able to be self-sustaining and give to others in need.
Wow. Well, thank you again, Sarah, for coming and joining us today. You're such a blessing.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. I'm Jennifer.